Apologies, was I meditating too long?
Not at all. Why?
Oh, I don't know. You seem rather bored stood there.
Boredom is relevant.
Well, one can always find something to occupy one's mind if they try hard enough, I suppose. For example, I can look at this wall over here and remember the dances in New Sartosa and entertain myself for hours.
You must have a good imagination.
Maybe just a good memory. There must be things you commit to memory. Suppose it's the same thing. You may get communication you need to remember. Destroy the evidence. I just remember things that can entertain me during hours of boredom. Although you have been rather entertaining.
Perhaps I should tell my brother to come pay a visit again.
Why? To bore me to death? Oh, so I can giggle at his threats. Oh. Well, you know. I suppose I could wind him up a little bit more. Could serve for some fun.
Wind him up.
Oh, he got sarcastic, I got sarcastic back, and he really couldn't answer me, so he stomped off.
Seems he's spent too much time amongst mortals like you.
No, I'd say he'd be more accustomed to our tactics had he spent more time among us. I'd say it's just cold hard logic doesn't seem to sit well with him.
Before I go, what
Yes,
is
sir.
your name?
Give me yours and I shall give you mine.
Ah. Scarlet.
I am Marun of House Tanwen.
House. A noble house.
Not from this plane of existence, but yes.
I can see why you went to so much trouble to capture you. You are clearly of importance.
Oh yes, but they do like to make me think I'm just nobody and dispensable. But we both know that can't be true, or I wouldn't be in this cage. I would be dead already.
Not necessarily.
They didn't go to so much trouble to try and get me here. For no reason.
I thought you
Oh no, you see, they planned for me to be here, and I just decided to walk straight into the trap. Once I started to notice Giles was not who he said he was, then I started to make my own plans. Do I kill him, I asked myself, or do I find out what it is that they want with me? And you know, until I stepped into that portal, I wasn't quite sure which it was going to be. Maybe curiosity really will kill the cat in this instance, but no matter. Should my blood be spilt, I have served a purpose anyway.
What purpose?
Have I told you, sir? That's my bargaining chip. You really should read up on your dragon lore a little more.
Dragons are just beasts.
Sure, let's go with that, shall we? See how well that works for you.
Perhaps my brother will break you in and use you as nothing more than a pet in the upcoming battle.
Oh, he seeks to ride my back, does he? He's going to be sorely disappointed.
Oh, how so?
Well, if I'm several hundred feet up in the air, and he's riding on my back, all I need to do is roll over and he goes splat. You think people have not tried for centuries to use our kind as mounts? We're trained how to deal with such things from a very early age.
There are many dragons, if you can call them such, within our forces already. Why do you think you can withstand the blessings of the Blood God?
Because I am Marun of the House Tan Wen. They will not control me.
Many of the prisoners in here say the same thing.
Many of the prisoners were not me. You think I didn't take precautions before I came here? What kind of commander would I be if I left my troops without instruction?
So you're a commander?
Oh, did they not tell you that? You know the free people that beat your asses at his own? It was I who struck the final blow on your demon prince. It was my arrow that led your herald to be a pincushion.
You must be powerful.
I don't like that word. Skilled. Skilled is a better word. We all have power, sir. Every single one of us. It's knowing it and knowing how to use it that makes the difference. Even you have more power than you think you do.
I am blessed by the Blood God. I know
Even without those blessings, sir, you have more power than you believe.
What do you mean?
Every person, every being, every race on this godforsaken planet, universe, whatever the feck you want to call it, has great power within them. Heroes are not born, sir, they're made. Circumstance. Knowing when to act is what makes one a hero.
All
Being afraid. Oh, really? Now you're going to insult me.
just stating facts.
Well, your facts, maybe. People are powerful. They're capable of great things. Not lack of fear that makes one courageous, sir. Being afraid and doing what needs to be done anyway.
Many heroes have felt on my blade. What's the difference between a hero and a fool?
Circumstance.
Right.
Seem rather disappointed at the answer. Truth is often disappointing, is it not?
I believe I will see if my brother wishes to take over now.
Okay. I shall look at the wall. See the dancers. Probably be more entertaining.
It would seem my brother is still preoccupied.
Oh well, at least the fun one's back.
Stuck with me for a while longer.
That's preferable. I can have an intelligent conversation with you. You seem disappointed. Were you hoping for a meal break?
Aye.
Well, if you want to go and get something to eat and bring it back, I don't mind. Your brother seeks to starve me out. He's forgotten that dragons can sleep for centuries and not eat a bite.
My brother wants to starve you.
Yes. I just go into hibernation mode. I mean, it's no problem to me. I could sleep through the entire bloody war and wake up when you're all dead.
Or when your people are dead.
Well, either way, I'll still be alive, will I not?
What's to stop you killing you in your sleep?
Do you know how?
How difficult can it be?
Oh, you'd be surprised how difficult it is to kill a dragon. And then, of course, like demons, when we die, we're not truly dead. Soul is just waiting to be reborn in the next dragon form.
You have more in common with a demon than a dragon.
No. I am exactly a dragon. These are how dragons are. At least the celestial kind.
What other powers do you possess?
I breathe lightning.
Lightning.
Indeed. Not fire. Lightning. Rarer than our fire-breathing counterparts, I suppose, but common enough where I come from. My entire line, in fact, breathes lightning.
how many of your kind of dragon are here?
Now, why would I tell you that?
Just curious.
More than just I, if that's what you're asking. Seek to trap all of us. Sure, let's put all the dragons in cages together and see how well that works.
If it was up to me, you wouldn't be here in a cage.
Well, alas, it's not up to you, is it? Seems your brother's rather running the show.
For now.
Tell me, why did they put the one without the brains in charge?
He is the strongest.
Ah, but brain beats brawn every time, does it not?
Not in our case, no.
If you can outmaneuver the enemy, then you've got them beat without even having to hit or take a hit. I mean, I trapped one of your demons without even her laying a finger on me.
You trapped a demon?
Oh, yes. Zavea. Right after she'd transformed into a demon, I believe. She'd got her wings and her horns, at any rate. A group of us together laid a nice little trap for her, and she walked right into it. And all I needed to do was punch her in the face and knock her out.
That was the pet of the demon lord, right?
Well, I suppose you could call her a pet. She was her lover, as far as I knew.
Right. Sounds to me like she had blessings, but not demonhood.
Well, she had wings and horns, so I don't know. But either way, took quite a blow. Netted us a large amount of information.
She gave you information?
No, she didn't really have a choice, you see, because I questioned her in front of the grave of the lover she'd murdered. Played on the little bit of emotion she had left. See, that's where brains beats brawn. I could sense there was still a small amount of humanity in her. So we sat her down right to...
One of us, then.
We will see. Everyone has their weakness, so it's just knowing where it is. For example, your brother's weakness is his lack of brains. And his ego. When one fights with their ego, they fight to lose.
I see.
Ego has its place, of course. One must be confident in their skills, but there's a fine line between being confident in your skills and being overconfident in skills. I may have been a tad overconfident in mine, but I can turn it to my advantage if I need to. My biggest advantage comes if you kill me, of course.
Explain.
No, maybe another time. You didn't say
It might
please.
not be another time.
Oh, well, then I've taken my advantage, have I not? All seem to think
Now
that
do I
death...
know you're not trying to deceive me, just so we spare your life?
You don't. You're going to have to trust your instinct on that one. Never underestimate your intuition, sir. Dragons do find it rather hard to lie. That is one of our disadvantages. At least those that have been raised right. Besides, truth is usually a lot more fun. There's a reason alchemists seek our blood. Did you never wonder what it was?
No.
I personally have donated several bottles, I suppose you would call them, of blood to one of our medical men.
Your blood has special properties.
Oh, yes. Thought that was common knowledge. That is why people seek it. They choose to waste it. Well, it wouldn't really be a waste. It would still have some purpose, just probably not for your benefit. So tell me, sir, why would you not lock me in a cage if it were down to you?
I don't see the point in locking people in cages.
No, you don't. So you would have just killed me already, would you?
Most likely.
Ah, impulsive. That's one of your weaknesses.
Not really.
Well, if by spilling my blood you doomed your entire operation, that could be seen as a disadvantage, could it not?
Unless... No.
You're welcome to cut my arm and see for yourself what happens when my blood spills to the floor.
No, I think not.
Probably a wise choice. See? I'm not always impulsive.
It's not about impulse. It's... Our master demands blood. He does not care where it comes from, so long as the blood flows. Keeping you in a cage does not serve the master's will, at least not in my eyes.
And yet I just offered to let you spill some of my blood and you declined.
Only because you said that it would hinder us in some way.
So you learn. See what a civil conversation gets you. You've probably learned more about me in 10 minutes conversation than your brother did with half an hour of his blustering and bravado.
He has his ways, and they work for him.
Not in this case.
Most creatures that come in here aren't as strong-willed as you.
Oh, most that come in here are clearly not dragon, then. Or have my lineage, I suppose.
How do you harness your power?
I mean, how do I use it? Or where does it come from?
Both.
Well, it's a bone of contention as to where it comes from. The dwarves are under the impression that my energy, my power, comes from chaos itself. Just used in a different way. All magics come from chaos, according to them, and all beings that are not natural, whatever that's supposed to mean, are from chaos too, according to them. We had quite the little fight about it once.
You fought against your allies.
Oh, that was before we were allied. I became quite fond of the little ones, to be fair. I do miss them.
They're dead.
No, they're not dead. Most of them are still here, but the two that I would have been friendly with left the lands for their homeland, I believe, although they may return when they hear the news. Who knows?
News.
But you don't think you're going to be able to keep me being here a secret for long, do you? I did rather leave a paper trail behind me.
You expect them to storm the fortress for you?
I wouldn't be at all surprised. I'd do it for any one of them, you see. And therein lies the difference.
Why would you sacrifice lives to save one?
Because love and friendship means a lot more than my life.
What if they throw themselves at our walls just to die? What purpose does that serve?
Makes you think they will die.
I know they will.
Oh, well, there goes your overconfidence. And we were getting on.
It's not overconfidence. It's a fact.
You think we can't break you again?
How many battles have you won against us?
Personally, I can think of 3.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure you wasn't simply fighting our vassals?
Doesn't matter what we were fighting. You weaken the whole when you take down a few. And then your own demon lord turned against you. That has to sting a little.
The master will deal with her in time.
He's got to find her first. I am free to move around
No
these
one can
lands.
hide
Do you think?
forever. I know.
You think she's not getting help?
So you know where she is.
I do not.
Then how do you know she's getting help?
Because there are those in these lands that were closer to her than I. They will find her. And they will help her. When
Why
it's
would
time.
they help? Somebody who killed, who was it, the friend, lover, whatever it is you said.
She killed 4 of our friends, really. Well, maybe not her personally, but whatever lives within these walls did. But if she's turned against that, then there's hope. Save her. She can't be saved, we will kill her. She can be saved, then we will do so.
You would help that which betrayed you and killed your friends.
Well, that would rather depend on how much redemption she showed. We saved the one called Malachi. He was possessed. Because he could be saved. We killed the one named Daxos and the one named Volker because they could not. Saved the one named Takeda because he could be saved. They showed remorse, they showed redemption. And both fought against you at our side ever since. One of them still does.
But how many killed your friends?
Oh, Malachi did a damn good job of trying, and so did the others. Takeda himself harmed me. He sliced my wing, and I was unable to fly for a month. I did so want to eat him. But I resisted the temptation and allowed him to be saved. And he's now one of my strongest allies.
Or one of your strongest weaknesses?
Oh no, he's not a weakness. If he was, I wouldn't fight alongside him. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. Good commander knows what they are. Play to the strengths and support the weaknesses. This is how you survive in battle. Not every man for himself. It's a unit working together.
I understand that.
He bested a dragon on the battlefield, sir. He makes a better ally than an enemy.
If you say so.
I do.